Good afternoon, and what is a mild, bright and sunny day. It is Sunday the 29th of October. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And parcel to unbox. What I've got in here is Ghosts of the Button House Archives, the official companion to the hit TV series. Now, Ghosts is a BBC television series, comedy series that is just coming to an end with its 5th series, set in a country house inhabited by ghosts, owned by a couple, and the female of the couple, Alison, bumps her head and is able to see ghosts and speak to them, and unfortunately her husband Mike can't. So she has to sort of like placate these ghosts and engage in their goings on, and this goes throughout sort of like from the history of the house. So everyone leaves a trace. The ghosts of Button House may have been dead a long time. Some of them a very long time, but they've all left their mark on the world, even if in Robin's case that mark is just a handprint in the wall of a cave. Gathered together in this volume is a treasure trove of unwanted, unearthed cuttings, original records and rare artefacts that explore the unseen lives of those who died at Button House. From Thomas's love letters to Pat's summer camp rap, from Julian's campaign promises to Lady Button's rules of etiquette. There are even documents dictated to the one person who can see the ghosts, see and hear the ghosts, Alison Cooper, written by the show's creators, so on. This eclectic archive is a unique chance to discover more about the beloved ghosts of Button House. And thanks be to Moonar. So, Ghosts is actually a really nice comedy series, and in the sense that it's suitable for families, but you can enjoy it as adults, because there's adult humour sort of like in there as well, and the situations themselves are funny. And it's also gained an American spin-off, which has also got 2 series, and there are a lot more episodes of those, and it's a case of, with that series, they're exploring much more of life, sort of like in and around the house that the characters have inherited. So slightly different in characters, slightly different in tone and so on, but it's reasonably well written, and it is well written, and it uses all the same setup. So anyway, so we have a timeline on the inside pages, and of course a basically photo shoot of the characters. You see, that's really nice. You basically got the mobile phone there, and you can't see them on Ghosts, of course. Just a lot. There can be lots of photographs from the series, and then posing, cutaway view of the house. I mean, this is actually used for the introduction, essentially the opening credits scene, and then ghost rules, essentially for how they work, and how they interact or don't interact with the world around them, and then we sort of like the first, sort of like the in-game kind of documents. The captain. I mean, things like the Captain's Guide to Daily Physical Jerks, archaeological report on one of the digs done at the house, House of Commons reports into the conduct of one of the ghosts who was an MP and he died in scandalous circumstances, and just lots of things to look at to tie into the characters, like A Guide to Milking with Mary. Mary is a Tudor era, early Tudor era character who was, I believe, basically, let's have a look. Mary, Plantagenet, sorry. No, Tudor, 1571 to 1612, who was tried and as a witch and burnt at the stake. He doesn't like to talk about it. And then Pat is a scout leader who unfortunately had an accident during an archery demonstration and got shot in the neck. Lady Button, a dinner invitation with menu, the innocent kitty and her diary. Sort of like a lot of it recorded by Alison. Actual newspaper report based on a magazine article about Julian Fawcett, the MP, who died in scandalous circumstances. Of course, in the actual Tudors, we actually have a headless nobleman, and then pictures of Button House through the ages. And Button House itself is, actually was owned by Bamber Gascoigne, who inherited it from his aunt, just as the main character in the television series inherited from her aunt, or sort of like distant aunt. And the house itself is a character. It's in utter state neglect. You can live there, but it needs so much work. And so on. Guide to the sort of like taxidermy. It's just some of the strange animals in corners on shelves in the house. And then last reports of Julian the MP, the scandal, gone but no bottoms. MP dies half cut and half dressed. Fawcett comes undone. Typical British red top or tabloid headlines that they would post, like resting briefs, man dies with trousers down, and so on. And then just some other photographs of the ghosts around the house doing the activities that they do. And then so on, just lots and lots of things. If you're a fan of the series, you're going to want to dig into and appreciate the series all the more, because this adds sort of like colour and so on. And report on at the Hearts and Beds Regiment being based at Button House during the Second World War. Tale of most unheinous and true of the foul acts committed by the notorious witch Mary Guppy, apprehended in the parish of Henchmstead and arraigned, condemned, executed at Bonehall on the 13th day of February last, anno 1612. And there's the pamphlet on Mary's sad demise. Just sort of like, one of those puff pieces, you might get an MP or a person, a celebrity to write, about a particular car or cars. And Julian's campaign leaflets. And then at Humphrey Bone, previous owners of the house, lost his head in a tragic accident. Lady Button, Victorian era, and Ghost. Patrick on holiday. Patrick's a very 80s character. Awards and badges earned. And then we get to actually sort of like the main two characters. So Alison, she's the one who can see the ghosts and talk to them. And then some period photographs. So yeah, lots of background to the setting and the characters. More of Julian Fawcett's failed campaign leaflets, and then we have Mike, Alison's husband, who cannot see the ghosts and has to put up with them being there. We've actually got nice floor plans of the house. Robin the caveman's constellations as he sees them, because he's from back from the Stone Age. Lady Stephanie Button. As Pat says, I should never have never left an 8-year-old with a lethal weapon, and you can see the arrow through his neck. And later sums up Julian all completely. There is nothing that cannot be lied about. And so on. And then we've got a list of contents. List of contents at the back. And just some shots from the filming. So yeah, if you are a fan of the series, as my partner and I are, then you'll definitely want this book, because it sort of adds quite a lot to the set. It gives it sort of like, it's sort of reminded us sort of like the kind of comedy annuals you would get for a particular TV series, and this is certainly in that vein. But yeah, that's Ghosts, the Button House Archives, the official companion to the TV hit series. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And of course, lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box, used typically containing a game or book or supplement, in this case a companion to a TV series, which I'll unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. Back again soon with another one. Bye for now.